listening to Live Metal Radio. .fm.
1, 2, 3.
Say it with me. Live Nude Puppets. That's right. Live Nude Puppets. It's Live Nude Puppets. It's just fun saying Live Nude Puppets. Live Nude Puppets. Live Nude Puppets. They're back. Say it with me. Live News Puppets.
Hey everybody, on this week's show, Jay sits down with author, rock star, and crypto hunter Lyle Blackburn from Ghoultown as we bring the world premiere of Ghoultown's new album, Ghost of the Southern Sun, premieres on livemetalradio.fm today.
Don't say any potty words because my mom is listening.
Oh baby, I love you. You fucking bastard.
Hey Planet Earth, it's Live Nude Puppets. We're back. It's Bobby Puppet.
And I'm Jay Puppet.
Go f*** yourself.
Badges. We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Well, it's been a very exciting time for Ghoultown. You've got the new album coming out, and the video's coming out. You're going to be shooting the video for I Am the Night very soon.
Yeah, we're trying to do something that looks sort of, spooky and dilapidated kind of a approach. Almost even like we're kind of doing this kind of dilapidated barn scenario where we're going to film at night and shoot the lights into this barn. We found this property owner that has this like almost collapsing barn. It looks perfect. We're going to do it. So it's going to have this kind of, like the old Nosferatu movie look where everything's a little bit kind of leaning and lots of contrast lighting. And we chose I Am the Night as the video song. Just it's hard to choose one song, obviously, but it's sort of got a little bit of everything there. It's got the trumpet in it. It's the song's not too long. It's upbeat. It just seemed to encompass a little bit of everything that represented the Ghost of the Southern Sun album. So we picked that one. We'll probably pick up and do another video later. That's kind of how we do it. But yeah, we're gonna get that shot, and hopefully that'll debut April 25th when the album comes out or thereafter. Just get everything lined up. But something, obviously that's important to shoot a video because, this can be seen easily by everybody all over the world. So it gives them, some visuals to go with the music.
You mentioned that you're going to be planning on a tour.
Yeah, so far we have sort of a kickoff release date for the album on the home front in Dallas, and then we're doing some dates in the UK in July. So that's kind of lining that up and then working around that to do some other dates around. It's kind of been economically unfeasible to do the long tours. We used to go out on the road for 6 months at a time and things like that. But most of what we do now is just like short things or do these festivals. That's what we're going to do in the UK. It's one of those huge music festivals, and you can sort of really pack it in with the one show, and those are more effective. You can get in front of more people. So we really try to do things like that whenever we can. I mean, if you play a club gig, we're headline and all, and you kind of get your fans and maybe a few of their friends, but you're not getting that extra exposure that you would like that, where some of your fans are going to show up at the festival, and you're also going to get the spillover from thousands of other people who are just there checking out music and go, wow, this is cool. I've never seen this band, and so that's a good way to get out there.
Well, I got to tell you, I've been listening to the new CD in the car, so I could be prepared for the interview and the release date and everything. And she goes, I don't know what you're listening to, but these are the two best songs I've ever heard in this car. And she was pointing to Southern Sun and Ghost of the Past.
The two best, currently the top-rated songs.
The top-rated song, yeah.
Car. Yeah, that's awesome.
She was surprisingly a fan. I was like, wow, that's really well. So I was like, okay. So I was curious. I had the wife listen to it as well in her car. And I told her, I was like, look, you can't let anybody play with this. Please. I I gave it like a phony cover. I just gave it to said, no, you can't have the actual cover. Just put it in your car. You get it this morning. You come back with it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not letting anybody get their hands on this thing. I said,
Right.
If you go to lunch, listen to something else. But she's got a 45-minute drive each way, so I wanted to get her opinion on it.
I think
it's a lot of fun to listen to this. And to pick a specific song was incredibly difficult, so we didn't. We picked two. We ended up picking a couple for the rotation on the radio station and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I think we're at a level where we know what we're doing as a band. We have a little more focus, and the songwriting is the best we've done, and we've had more time to pick the best of the best, kind of be picky with the songs. Early on, you're really trying to get some material out there, record albums and stuff, and you want to get some things for people to listen to and to buy. And now, later on, as the band has been around for a while, you can be a little more selective with what you're doing, and as far as the songwriting. So that was a luxury we had here to really tighten it up and do the best job we could with the material. And you can kind of see that maturity level illustrated.
But to not forget your roots, you brought Dirty Sanchez back.
Yeah, I've been trying to do a sequel to that because the fans, that's one of the ones that they scream out at the gigs over and over and over. Like that was released on an album in 2003, and re-recorded live versions came out on the live album and things.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always just one of those Ghoultown standards, and I thought, how funny would it be to have like a sequel to this where he comes back and you kind of got this character, and I finally hit just really hit the right chord with that. With the sequel song, and finally able to record it, so it's pretty cool. And
you got a really heavy solo in that thing, man.
yeah, it gets a little heavy in there. It's cool, and it's cool because it links up to the original song and stuff. So it kind of does link back to the past stuff, yet still progressing forward.
Your longtime fans, I think, are really going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really excited for them to hear it. That's the thing. The most exciting thing about it is everybody to finally be able to hear it, because we've worked on it for a while and the fans have waited for an album, for a overdue period of time. And that's really what I'm excited about, is putting it out there and then being able to play these songs once people have heard them and then know them, and then, we can deliver them live and, take it to that next level.
Creative juices needed to happen. What's the formula for that?
It's actually taken a while. It was really two years ago when we sort of agreed that we're going to do this album and really start working on it. And some of the songs had been written previously, and, parts of other things that we brought into it. But the process just got slowed down because of my other successful career as an author and other things. And
this might be a good segue to talk about that.
It could be, yeah. And that's one reason that it's taken us a while to do the album. It's been a blessing and a curse, because by virtue of that and also doing several TV shows, it's brought more publicity for the band and brought new fans, but it's also something that I have to split my time between, writing books and, publishing deals and doing TV shows, and, documentaries have been made about my books, and I've narrated and appeared in documentaries, and so that's really great stuff. But yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Well, and to the fans that haven't Googled your name or don't really know much about what else you do, you're a cryptozoologist, and in your other life, I guess is a better way to say. You're not a one-trick pony. You're not just a rock star. You go out and you do this too, and you've had a very successful career. Your books and just.
Yeah, I've always been into just like mysterious things. Especially unexplained creatures and legends, and something I was always into as a kid. From Bigfoot to lake monsters and Mothman, creepy things like that. And this really was kind of a fluke that I always wanted to write a book, and have been writing for the horror magazine Rue Morgue. So back about 7 years ago, I took a break from the band to write a book, and then surprisingly to me, it was so well received, and then. That's shortly thereafter, TV shows were calling me, because that was kind of at the forefront of some shows like Finding Bigfoot and Monsters and Mysteries in America that were on. So it was on those shows, and then I was brought on to Monsters and Mysteries in America as a story producer. So I was working for that television show, which was all really cool stuff, and gave me kind of a break from the band, which was good, because the band had been going for a long time prior to that. And, it's good to kind of have a break and recharge. But like I said, that sort of boomed into this other monster hunting career. And then I'm trying to, to do it all. And I still want to do Ghoultown and things. So I have had to just kind of got delayed.
I guess it's bonus. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's very rare that somebody gets to make a life out of two things that they like. I'm sure that maybe in the future there's going to be a Ghoultown album and somebody's going to scream out, "Why don't you do a song about Bigfoot?"
It's already, a lot of the fans of my books have asked about crossovers and stuff, but, it's sort of like, I kind of like to keep it separate, and Ghoultown is such a more of this, dark Western horror cowpunk thing that it's real hard to write a song about Bigfoot without it being cheesy. It just doesn't ever sound as good. It's not like the way I can, these stories can be really spooky and scary if I can write them in a book, but when you distill them down to singing chorus along those lines, it's difficult to not make it sound cheesy, because Ghoultown, Ghoultown has some fun, like Dirty Sanchez and things, but essentially it's, we're sort of like these evil cowboys and stuff, and, it's got its own sort of creative image that goes with it, and it's very separate in my mind. It's easy to jump from one to the other because I have a clear vision of what I'm doing with each sort of project. Right. And, I follow in some of my mentors and guys like, Rob Zombie. He's been successful at doing music and films. And I know that a guy like that certainly has to compromise in some ways, one or the other. It's like you can't be doing both at the same time. So you kind of have to work on one thing, complete that, and then, work on the music or whatever. And I'm sure the people who are more the fans of the music want more music. The people who love the films want more films. So it's hard to please everybody. You just have to do what you like most, and what you want to do in life. And that's what I do. I just pursue everything that I love, monsters and music and everything else, and just sort of try to balance the line between doing both and not working too much, but still producing good stuff.
Yeah, because, you do actually have to balance the family life at some point.
Yeah, that too. it's something that's a challenge. I almost wish in some ways that I just was a one-trick pony and, I could do it, but I can't quite. While in some ways I'm a professional writer and that's how I make a living, I still love to do the music. And the music, we're quite, successful as a band, and it's just harder these days to make a living being an independent band unless you do a lot of touring.
Hey, you metalhead motherfuckers, the Ghoultown countdown begins now. World premiering right here on Live Metal Radio. On April 25th, they release their album, but you can get it today on pre-order on Ghoultown.com. And holy shit, we're celebrating the Ghoultown countdown by giving away t-shirts. Live Nude Puppets t-shirt. When you hear one of the new songs by Ghoultown off the album Ghost of the Southern Sun, all you gotta do is listen for I Am the Night by Ghoultown or Southern Sun. All you gotta do is call while the song's playing, or text us, or send a fucking pigeon. I don't care. Just get it here. I got t-shirts I gotta get rid of. And then we're gonna we don't even know your name, because we're just gonna hit it and text you back and say we need your address, because you just want a t-shirt, motherfucker! Text us at 1-747-477-LIVE. That's 1-747-477-5438. And if your brain is too corroded from all that marijuana, then go to livemetalradio.fm, and the phone number's across the fucking screen real big and fucking neon green. You can't miss it. And don't forget, you can pre-order right now, Ghoultown.com. You just want a t-shirt, motherfucker.
Well, and through your career, you've firsthand seen the changes in the music business as they've occurred. From people actually physically buying a CD.
Yeah, vinyl.
Vinyl, cassette, to CD, to we're just downloading it now, and now we're stealing it from you.
Yeah, the music business is done a 180. It's just changed so much from what it used to be, and my first, I guess, release was when I was in a punk band in high school. We had a vinyl record, and so that was the first thing. And in those days, I mean, it literally, to pay for the record or to generate some money to go on a tour or whatever, you sold the record. There was no other way for people to get that music. And a lot of, then tape trading came along. People would, trade tapes and record stuff, and that was cool, but people still wanted that vinyl album. And then with CDs and digital, you've got to rethink the whole music business. Everybody has. And so, I mean, the thing is, I find that people still do buy music, though. That's the thing. There's kind of an impression that, well, it's too easy to get it for free. And certainly, I mean, everybody that has our music certainly didn't buy all the music. There's no doubt. But we see great support from the fans, and we see that people, buy it on iTunes or buy physical copies from our website. There really is a lot of people that purchase and support the music. So you still do have income from that, but you really do have to do other things like merchandise, CD, T-shirts, and, maybe offer a VIP meet and greet at your tour. You got to be creative to find other ways to compensate the cost, because it's extremely expensive to feed 6 guys, to get hotel rooms, to, the gas for the van. And, we get emails every day from all over the place. Like I got one from Austria today from a fan saying, please tour Austria. It's like, man, I'd love to go play everywhere. And we have played a lot of places, but the expense to do it is just so much.
Dear fan, it's cheaper for you to travel to our location than it is for us to travel to yours.
Sometimes I've kind of explained that in person. I said,
all you have to do is a Eurotrain. It's a lot more complicated for us.
Yeah, I could almost pay your plane ticket because we'll probably lose that much anyways. Come see us in Texas or whatever. And but it's hard. It's hard to realize that your fan base is so spread out. We just got a distribution order, the first order as far as like a music store distribution for the new album from Russia. That was the very first one that came out with the new album. So, you really want to go out there and play all these places, but, the logistics and the economics are just something that is near impossible at a certain level. And then while the gig we're going to play in the UK at this festival was something where we were invited to play, it's they're paying us enough that covers the expenses, obviously, to fly over there. So,
yeah,
you just try to do as many of these as you can, but it doesn't always work that way. Bottom line, just do what you like, and it always is going to cost you some money and time up front. Just do what you like, and if it's not fun anymore, don't do it. If it's something that you see a return from, then keep going for it. You just gotta always do what you like, and that's always what I've done. And it has paid off. I mean, in success measure, maybe not measured in dollars or, I'm rich or this or that, but success to me is not that. It's like having people, for example, from Austria or Finland or Russia, they're like, man, we love your band, a fan letter. That's what keeps you going. And as long as people appreciate what you're doing, it helps to keep doing it, even if you're not, rolling in the money. But that's not why any of us do this, certainly not for a podcast or even music. You just do it because you like it.
Yeah, for the love of the act. That makes a lot of sense. I was asked to, I got to ask a geek question for Rob. He wants to know about your rig setup. What do you find to be the most important key component for your tone?
I think the guitar itself would probably be I'd have to put that at the top. The style of guitar, has a sound and a feel to it, and that's all where it starts right there. And, if you get the guitar that fits just right in your hands, you're going to play better, you're going to make it sing better. So I think it starts at the guitar, and of course, certainly, an amp is highly important too. I mean, even the cabinet itself. I mean, if you play it out of a 1968 Marshall cabinet versus some other cabinet, there's just so many nuances and differences between all this stuff that you can, go total geek and find a tone. But I think it starts at the guitar.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. I'm like, dude, if He used to be fun in the 20s when we were just playing guitar and getting drunk and stuff. But, like, he takes it really seriously. And I'm like, dude, you make guitar boring now. I'm like, you kind of make it suck, dude. Why can't we just get drunk and play guitar tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm not a guitar geek in any way. I just get a basic, I don't use a bunch of pedals. I got a good sounding amp, and I got a Gibson SG, and I'm like, cool, that sounds good. It's simple. The rest of it is just, to me, is the performance.
Well, we were going to do something called the speed round. I was going to ask you 5 questions. Some of it kind of touches upon what you just discussed, but it's probably an appropriate time to bring this up. What guitar necks do you prefer, Gibson scale or Fender scale?
Gibson.
Slinky strings, what color?
Slinky strings. I use GHS boomers.
Sidestep that one. Okay.
Sidestepping.
Guitar amps, American, German, or British?
I think British sound awesome. I play out of a German amp, though, so, I think European amps are good.
What's the best barbecue in Texas?
Hard 8.
I'd agree with that. Did you see, I was watching something the other day. Tim Love just opened up a new place down in Fort Worth, some kind of smokehouse. I want to try that out.
Oh, yeah. I love me some barbecue.
Well, maybe we should plan a lunch. We'll both go break some food open. Dave will be proud of us.
There you go.
How many books have you authored?
4.
4 in total. Okay, so I do have them all.
Yes, you own them all, so yes.
Well, it's about time that we play the song, and you left it up to me to pick off the CD, so I decided to go with Southern Sun as the world debut off the album Ghost of the Southern Sun by Ghoultown.
Stop and take a stand, steady and be strong. Each day get closer.
You're listening to Live Metal Radio. .fm.
Badges? I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Peace and love worldwide. Live life before life lives you.
Why do you need a turkey baster?
Hey, Live Nude Puppet fans, go to livenudepuppets.com to get your Live Nude Puppets t-shirt. We got one for $9.99, we got one for $12.99, we got double-sided, you name it. But our fans come first, the lowest prices in t-shirts, and the only t-shirt that gets you laid.
It looks like a penis.
I love that.
Dear Santa and Jesus and Obi-Wan Kenobi, please help all the listeners to subscribe and share my Daddy and Uncle Jay's podcast. They love to share awesome bands with the world. And please teach Daddy to be funny and stop swearing so much, especially Uncle Jay. He smells like whiskey and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Please subscribe and share my Daddy and Uncle Jay's podcast.